Across the expansive terrain manifested by plateaus, plains and highlands in south-central Somalia, gallant Amisom forces continue to conduct offensive operations against Al-Shabaab.
Any Al-Shabaab who tries to attack us must die. There is no mediation on that.
And other armed opposition groups to ensure peace and stability for many ordinary citizens living in this country that is now on the road to recovery. Deployed under Chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter, the men and women in boots from the African Union Mission in Somalia, Amisom, continue to play a critical role in the efforts towards lasting peace and stability. These men and women, drawn from Burundi, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda and other African nations, have made significant sacrifices in reducing the threat posed by Al-Shabaab and other armed opposition groups, providing security to facilitate the political process at all levels, and enabling the gradual handover of security responsibilities to Somalia's security forces. And here, like other missions, women are taking on an important role in this effort. Indeed, a day in the life of Corporal Laker, Doris Patricia, a truck driver in Mogadishu, sheds light on why women are changing the character of peace enforcement mission in Somalia. Corporal Laker is a tough truck driver and one of the few in the Uganda People's Defense Forces Battle Group 18 serving in Mogadishu.
We carry container, military equipment like guns, like bullets and bombs from the Amora to forward base Barawe, Baldamin, Marangwai and some other places.
She's about to rotate out, but is very upset that the next truck driver to take her seat will be a man.
I need to give someone whereby it's a female soldier, but unfortunately, no, I didn't have anyone who is a female. I'm going to give it to a man, which I feel so bad.
The Ugandan contingent serving under various battle groups is based in the tense but thriving central district of Mogadishu in the Banadir region. On a daily basis, Corporal Laker is always on standby to ferry anything ranging from food to bombs and any other fighting equipment to any destination in Somalia. For people like Corporal Laker and other combat and non-combat women to succeed in the mission, their welfare must be ensured.
Our heart and passion is to deliver to the forward grounds, because that's where the mandate of the Amisom is. In operations, in the boys and girls in the boots. We want them to be accommodated, we want them to have sanitation, we want them to be facilitated, we want the real service, we want them to communicate.
UN Security Council Resolution 1325 stresses the important role of women in the prevention and resolution of conflicts and in peace building. The resolution underlines the importance of integrating a gender perspective and of women having the opportunity for equal participation and full involvement in all efforts to maintain and promote peace and security, as well as the need to increase their role in decision-making at all levels.
Globally, we are now being recognized according to the 1325 Security Council resolution. It's talking all about women participating in everything. It includes also recruitment level in the military, in the police, and we are shaping the security and the defense force across the world.
Within the aviation sector and away from the capital Mogadishu are these female non-commissioned officers from the Djibouti Armed Forces and the Ethiopian National Defense Forces based in Beledweyne. They have now left the mission, but their services in furtherance of mission mandate cannot be gainsaid.
ማለት ከመከላከያ እስከ እዝ ድረስ እንገናኛለን። በዛ ደግሞ ጥንቃቄ የተሞላ ነው የምንሰራው። እንገናኛለን። ከዛ ደግሞ በጥንቃቄ የተሞላ እንሰራለን። እንገናኛለን። ከነሱም መልእክት ካለ እንቀበላለን። በዛ አማካኝነት እንሰራለን።
xablaaba shaqadaydan taga xafiiskayga waxa la soo sheegay inta diyaaradeeda u jirto waxaan sameeyaa baaritaanka waxaan kaga qabtaa madaxa ilaa maajirka waxaan baaraa alaabtooda waxaan geynaa elaboorka.
Aviation security at all the United Nations airfields is paramount to ensure the safety and security of all passengers and their cargo aboard any domestic or international flights. Besides the civilian officers and other security personnel at various stations, the military does a great job in searching passengers, screening items, and ensuring the safety of vehicles getting close to specific spots.
waxaan ka shaqeeyaa biiroogan operationka la yiraahdaa planninga dadka sameeya biirooga anaga sameeyna halkay baxayaan halkay marayaan inta distance ku cadowgu jiro halkay sida u dhaafi lahaayeen amba si iskaga difaaci lahaayeen.
Trauma care always evolves in war, and so does combat health support. Here in Somalia, we've learned many lessons that have led to major advances on how our nurses and doctors care for the sick and injured military and civilian population. And in any life-saving situations at any Amisom clinics or field hospitals, the female nurses are always alert for any eventualities to practice the life and limb-saving skills in such austere environments. The nurse in charge of Bellatrain Level 2 Hospital explains her roles.
እኔ በመስራቴ ያው እዚህ ጋር የምናገለግለው ሳፖርት ስታፍ ነው ድጋፍ ሰጪ ነን ድጋፍ ስንሰጥ ደግሞ ያው ቆስሎ ይመጣል ታሞ ይመጣል ቲም ይጎድላል ቲሙ ሲጎድል ደግሞ የግድ ቲሙ መምላት ይተበቅብናል በአግባቡ ሰርቪስ እንሰጥተን ከማህበረሰቡ ወይም ከቤተሰቦቹ ተለይቶ ነው እዚህ ጋር ሌላ ሚሽን ውስጥ ያለው ያንን እንደ እናት እንደ አባት እንደ እህት እንደ ወንድም ሆነን እሱን ሪሳስቴት አርገን አከመነው ቲም ስንሞላ ለሶማሊያ ህዝብ ትልቅ ትርጉም ስላለው ሳቲስፋክሽን ይኖረናል ማለት ነው።
Corporal Hawa Abdillahi Abdi from Djibouti is also a nurse at Bellatrain Health Facility, ready to care for any patient that comes through the hospital entrance, just like the nurse in charge of the Amisom Level 2 Hospital in Mogadishu.
I'm Warrant Officer Class 2 Abe Alice, nursing officer in charge surgical ward. In Level 2 Hospital, we get related battle injury wound, especially if there is attack in any other part of the place. With the condition which we get in this ward, we have gunshot wound, bomb blasts, IEDs, and then we get a surgical condition like an hernia, VVF, like we got in the next ward, that is the vasculovaginal fistula. Then we get, in fact, the majority of cases are hernia. The treatment is free of charge since the Amisom is here to save life in Mogadishu.
And Lieutenant Colonel Pratt is the officer in charge of the Civilian Casualty Tracking Analysis and Response Cell Unit, CCTARC, a new concept that has developed to protect the Somali population by applying preventive measures to reduce the incidences of civilian casualties and also help the federal government of Somalia to restore peace, security and stability in the country. Proud to be one of the female officers serving in this mission, she explains the task ahead of her in running this unit that is owned and controlled exclusively by Amisom.
This is a new concept, even in peacekeeping. Like I told you, if we are told that Amisom hit somebody with a car, the person's 2 legs are broken, so we go to the hospital to confirm, so that we can see that what is on the news correlates with what we see. Any information that we get, we try to sieve it. We go check with the operations, check with elsewhere to make sure that it is fact. We cannot just get an information through the media that Amisom did this, then we just grasp it. No. We have to try to filter the information.
Incidents involving Amisom and resulting in civilian casualties would have a strategic impact on Amisom's activities and operation in Somalia. Therefore, the presence of CETA means a lot to the security community, especially those caught in the line of fire.
Amisom is here to come and bring peace and stability to Somalia. Amisom should be seen as a friend in the eyes of the Somali civilian. So if they are getting casualties from Amisom, they will see Amisom as an enemy. But with this, our act from our office to compensate, we are like parents that our children go and do something bad, you the parents will go to the particular people that your children has harmed and try to calm them down. So we are like parents, we are like custodians to bring back the good name that we once came in with.
Away from the medical field, shopping is a necessity in our daily lives, and nothing changes the trend even in combat or peacekeeping operations. With the increased terror attacks, some of which are committed by women nowadays, Chief Corporal Chantal Nduwimana from the Burundi National Defense Forces does not take chances for any female shopper accessing the UN shopping facility.
Mpeje gucekinga umudame acaca ngaha muri cekingi nkaca mbona ko atakintu yoba afite mu mufuko canke atakintu yoba yibagiye mu mpuzu yoba yambaye. Mpejeje nca mfata begi ishakoshi yiwe nkaca ndayimusubiza hama nkaca ndamwereka aha agiye gusumira.
Of the over 20,000 troops serving in Somalia as of 4th December 2016, only 586 of them are women. But this small percentage is not reflected in what these women do in combat zones.
In the military, they work in all aspects of at leadership level, administration. Then they also work in those who are in sectors. They are put in patrols as well. They do combat duties. We have females who are driving very big trucks, the armored vehicles. So mostly they are deployed in all aspects of deployment.
Lance Corporal Kayemba is an Amisom T-55 tank driver from Yugabag 20. To drive off the attack armored vehicle when called for an urgent support military operation is her only calling in Mogadishu.
The tank T-55 is a supporting weapon. In case there is an attack like in Al Jazeera too, we shall advance with the infantry battalions and other supporting elements and destroy the enemy.
Her commander, Lieutenant Wilson Kagumia, does not compare her combat skills to any male drivers.
When you are a crew member of a tank, the first principle should be very swift. Like my driver, I cannot regret that she's a lady. When there is a mission, just it's a matter of alerting them, and within a minute everyone is on board and is ready in his compartment. Because at any time, we should be ready for the call for the mission.
However, driving in a highly risky environment like Somalia means that you're constantly on the alert for hazards, the seen and unseen. But Corporal Judith Agom, a grader driver for Amisom Sector 1, has graded a number of roads within Mogadishu and its outskirts.
I operate 120M grader and front-end loader, dozer D8, bobcat, and many more. We have been operating within Mogadishu camp, a road that goes to the main hospital here in base camp, or near our airport road, Marine Road. I've been working there, along PAE Road within the base camp. Outside the camp, a road that goes to Albeska, Lego. That is where I've been working.
She says the only way out of this is to develop aggressive driving skills designed to keep you safe at all times. Military life is not easy, and no one expects it to be, but allowing a mixed gender force keeps the force strong because of the challenges that accompany service.
We have to respect the culture, but every time you're here, you have to put on a headgear, like what I'm putting on inside.
Somalia, we have challenges of language.
When I was in Sudan, you find that you can do a lot of outreach programs, a lot of outreach sensitization. Much as you want to do work and to do work for Somalia, the nature of the threat will deter you from achieving your goal.
And as such, the pride instilled within is so hard-won and held in such high regard. Therefore, women join the military for the same reasons as men, but often stay or go depending on the impact on their families and lifestyles. But what really inspired these women to join the military and do what they love most in combat and conflict zones?
I'm very happy because I'm a woman who can drive a tank. You know, when you just use eyes to look at this thing, you feel it is very dangerous.
Fortunately for me, I am the first woman from the military of Sierra Leone to come So a mission like Amisom, which is a bit complex because it is not a peace mission, but it is a peace enforcement mission.
I saw one day a woman on TV when she was operating a grader, but a different type from this one. So I got interested in. I said if she can do, then why not me?
There is no good work like soldering.
I'm a public health officer. I was very amazed sometimes when I go in a military hospital, the way they used to give excellent care. And also, because very few women join the military, I wanted to challenge that what men can do, I can do it.
Globally, as military women continue to forge their place in history and the combat realms, the imperative for any leadership and command is to foster an inclusive environment for them at all times.
They say when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. And if we have more women deployed or join the military, there is at least a security assurance, especially in conflict areas. When women see that their fellow women who are part of the military, they feel safe. And I'll talk about Somalia. Probably if you're doing a joint patrol, a woman will be more free to talk to a fellow woman and to open up.
Women have been serving, dying and getting decorated for their heroism under fire the entire length of any conflict, just like men. They have driven convoys while dodging enemy fire, flown air assets, ministered as medics and commanded battalions. African Union is committed to ensuring full and effective participation and representation of women in peace processes, including conflict prevention and resolution, peace building, peacekeeping, rehabilitation and reconstruction efforts.